Yeah. Okay, I think this will be about it, so I guess we can get going. Good afternoon, my name is Tim Daniels. I work for Autoscribes Informatics. We provide laboratory software to the industry, both in Ireland, across Europe and around the world. This talk is talking about LIMS implementation best practice to drive INAB accreditation within laboratories. So I guess hopefully most of you know what INAB is. The Irish National Accreditation Board, they're responsible for laboratory accreditation across Ireland, at least one of the bodies for that. It drives compliance to international standards, including 17025 and good laboratory practice. Key certification requirements include documentation of processes and procedures, typically standard operating procedures that you're going to use in your tests and such like, and corrective action plans. We also track staff competency to make sure they are able and trained to use the machines or instruments, and that they still their certification is valid. Verified sample tracking, test approval processes, controls, version control, auditing processes, all these things are checked by the 17025 process, and therefore part of the accreditation will have to go through with INAB. So for those that are not familiar with laboratories, I'll put this foil in. This is a standard sort of flow down through a laboratory. If you've ever been inside a laboratory, it's like a testing lab of any sort, a quality assurance lab or anything like this. They'll be tracking samples through the system, register them, receive the samples. They'll prepare them, they might have to crush the materials or put them with other liquids, aliquot them into smaller amounts, all this sort of thing. They'll allocate work to the various instruments, and then they'll test them, record the test results, validate those test results, then get approval, and that might be a separate person doing that, report and then archive the information. So that's a very standard sort of flow you'll find in a lab. What we are providing to labs across Ireland and further afield is a LIMS system, Laboratory Information Management System. This is a database with some sort of front end so you can interface with that database. It manages the samples and the tests that you'll be doing. It actually keeps control of the standard operating procedure documents and any other documentation for that matter. It will create management reports from that database, so any information in that database can be extracted in a controlled way. Provide certificates of analysis and such like for your tests to customers. In short, it captures best practice and enables you to get the good laboratory practice recommendation and accreditation. So it provides a solid framework to manage and standardise workflows, in more general terms, and get repeatable results in the lab. And that's what really 17025 is all about. So I mentioned some of the things you need to do to get accreditation and to follow good laboratory practice. One of those things is have controlled documentation. And here we have a list of documents, in fact. You could see who's read those documents, who's signed as having read them, and how recently they've done that. In this case we're showing a red one here, which is obsolete, and sort of a yellowy-orange one, which are awaiting approval, so they're new documents into the system, which are going around. So this is a very standard sort of documentation flow, and here you put your standard operating procedures and such like for the lab. Corrective action plans and preventive action plans. So CAPA is a short form word for that, used in the industry. And here you're logging issues and the corrective action plans that you're going to put with that. And again, you'll be opening up an issue, keeping it in the database, and then putting the resolution in that database, how you resolve that issue. So it could be anything from an instrument being out of out of kilter, can't be controlled, can't be put back into sync, or it could be some other operating procedure which is not good enough. And so the improvement plan would see how you solve that problem. So Kappa management is built into this system as well. That's pretty standard for LIMS systems. Another way of looking at the same sort of thing is, are your staff competent to actually use the system? And here I'm taking a member of staff, Helen, and you can see that she's gone through various things. Her fire extinguisher training is expired, and the calibration procedure for a particular instrument here is also out of date. So she shouldn't be able to use that instrument without redoing that portion of training. So this is a way of keeping track on staff training and making sure they can do the tests and the laboratory work they're supposed to do. Again, that's very important when you're tracking things for 17025. This is a very standard flow, and I talked about this earlier: registration, reception, preparation, coding run sheets, result entry, validation, approval, reporting. And here you'll see two boxes here, validation and approval, particularly pulled out because once someone's put in the test results, then someone else has to approve them. And it may be the same person, or you may set up a system and somebody else has to approve them. And in this stage, in this system, there's actually two levels of approval. The local data sort of test level, and then there may be an overall level here for approval for the lab. And that might be the laboratory manager goes in once a day and approves all the testing being done. So that, again, that can be password controlled, so that only certain people can approve it. All that information is kept in the database, so that you know who validated it, who approved each test, and keeps a tight control of the whole lot. Instrument calibration and maintenance is an important part of labs. So when you're doing weights measuring and such like, you need to make sure that the weighing machine is weighing the number of grams it actually is. So here we have a system for diarising the maintenance of instruments and making sure they can't be used if they're out of date calibration. So another important area is 17025. So we know we have to do several things to get to a LIMS software which is going to be 17025 compliant. And your tasks on the other side is to specify the LIMS you want. And that's not as easy as it sounds, because the LIMS providers all have different flavours and slightly different ways of doing things. The three documents you might want to think about downloading and looking at are the how to buy LIMS, justifying a LIMS purchase, and that tells you things you might be able to justify LIMS on, the cost savings you're going to get, and the user requirements for LIMS, which gives you some hints as to what the LIMS is being used for and how you'd specify that to a vendor. So those are all good documents to download. But the most important thing is to try and build in flexibility. And a truly configurable LIMS can really be changed in any way to suit your laboratory flow. In this case, it's graphically based. It does not use C# or C or any other sort of flavour of software. What you'll get is a configuration tool which is essentially looks like a PowerPoint being configured. You can move the boxes around and to change the interaction of those boxes on the screen without any knowledge of the software behind it at all. So no software code is required. You change it yourself. You don't need external consultants to do that. And it ends up exactly as you need. It therefore works how you work. It's very easy to maintain because of that. And the software is designed so you can remotely support it very easily as well. So that's what I mean by built-in flexibility. This is, well, it's a graphic of a typical configuration screen. It's not so easy to see when it's a graphic, but I'll try and point that out a little bit to you. This is actually the final screen on the top left-hand corner as you're looking at it. And these other boxes around here are controlling the function of that screen. So you'll be adding graphics into this PowerPoint-like presentation here, and altering the effect it has with the database, capturing the data you need via these other interface tools here. And the final thing will be just this look and feel, so you end up looking like this sort of thing here, the final screen. So this is what I mean by graphical configuration rather than using software. So you don't need a degree in software, you just need to know how a lab works and what you want out of the system. And with 3 days of training, you can start doing some of this. So there are many faces to Nexus Gemini. What I mean by that is you can make the various workflows look how you want. So this is a graphical flow, and here I've shown this one already. It goes from left to right through registration to final reporting. So I call that one the graphical workflow. The next one, some people prefer, is an all-in-one type workflow. And here you're showing all the samples, whatever stage they're at, and you're differentiating the stage they're at by the colour of the sample on the screen. So prepared will be a different red, registered will be purple, and final approved will be black. And you can see that on the screen here. So this highlights the various things which are being saved, in this particular case for each sample, for information around that sample. This flow is actually a veterinary system, and this is being used for obviously in contract veterinary labs, and you may be registering what sort of animal it is, which is equine, a cat, dog, whatever, what breed it is, what the name is, who the owner is, who the vet is. This is maybe a contract lab, and maybe it's being used remotely from the actual veterinary practice. So this is not a typical screen, and underlying is exactly the same software as I've shown. All this has exactly the same software behind it. And this last one I'm going to show is an environmental system. In this case, it's logging sample point locations in a food preparation area, so it's going to be kitchens, or maybe a poultry processing area, with each of the points which are being sampled. Typically, in a food processing environment, you'll be sampling the surfaces that food's prepared on to make sure that bacteria is not collecting on those surfaces, that it's being cleaned correctly. The Americans call it sanitation, and in the UK we tend to call it hygiene. So hygiene practices. So these are the points you're sampling on a regular basis, and here are the test results coming back from the lab. The swabs are taken to the lab, and you can see their own plate count and coliforms are being shown here in the test results. In this case, for the corner, this corner in fact, of the pantry. So there's a picture of the pantry corner where you're meant to be doing the swab testing, the results, and then a graph showing the trend of those results, so you can quickly see if things are getting better or worse. So this again is all the same software behind it, it's just a graphical interface that changes depending on your needs. So that's really the many faces of Matrix Gemini LIMS side of things. Okay, so laboratory LIMS implementations drive best practice in INAB accreditation by having a good system and something that controls documentation, instrumentation, and the other aspects I've been talking about today. And Autoscribe is one of those solutions that can provide a truly configurable LIMS for your lab. So thank you very much.